Think of your lock journey like raising your child. You have your child. You're not just gonna see your baby born and be like, ooh, who knows is that?
Oh, God, she done had her baby.
Whose baby?
Oh.
Whose?
Oh.
You're so precious.
What's good, YouTube? tplocks here bringing you guys another video today. Yes, today you guys, we're gonna be talking about the reasons why you hate your lock journey. All right, if you're interested in that video, stay tuned. Usually, you guys, if you have not done so already, please hit that like and subscribe button right now. If you have hit that like and subscribe button, definitely want to make sure you hit that notification bell to stay notified on all the posts the moment I post. All right, let's get into the video. My last video, you guys, I wanted to make sure I focus primarily on the starter lockers. With this video, it's gonna be all about my intermediates and my mature guys. Now, the first reason you're hating your lock journey is the ugly phase. Now, obviously, you guys, we know that our locks are not ugly. There's technically no such thing as an ugly phase. Each phase of your locks is a beautiful phase of art that you should really embrace. But when it comes to the overall aesthetic that we want to be able to control and manage, there is a period in time where your locks are a little bit more unruly.
Yeah, that's right. And I can kick ass when I have to. And I can see now you and me is gonna get on yet.
And that's what we'd refer to as the quote unquote ugly phase. Now, in this phase, you could be dealing with budding, excess shrinkage, excess frizz, plethora of things that you could be dealing with all simultaneously. Some of the things that this can impact is how people will respond to you, how you feel about your own fashion sense, even just your individual confidence as you form and evolve into this new aesthetic with these locks. First thing I want to communicate to you all that are going through this right now is that it is completely normal. Anytime you're going through any sort of evolution or growth or any drastic change, there is going to be a period of discomfort. Try to adopt a mentality where you really, really love your journey, every aspect of it. There are going to be periods where your hair looks a little rough. There are going to be periods where your hair looks a little frizzy, but you have to have faith in that end result. Think of your lock journey like raising your child. You have your child. You're not just going to see your baby born and be like, ooh, who knows is that?
Oh, God, she done had her baby.
Whose baby?
Oh.
Whose?
Oh.
You're so precious.
Of course you wouldn't do that. You would look at that child as it grows and develops, and you would adore absolutely everything about it. It's the mentality that you have to take with your locks. Each change, each phase is something that you're meant to learn from. It's something that you're meant to embrace and really find a way to cultivate some natural organic confidence. It's a much better alternative than hating it, right? That is thing number one. Reason number two, we all have this in common. We've all been here. Chances are, you guys, you have made what you perceive to be a fatal mistake in your lock journey that has ruined your lock. Maybe you're like me and you dyed, fried, and laid your hair to the side one too many times, and now your hair is just all messed up. Quite frankly, there's a lot of things out there that you guys are doing to your locks, and it could make you feel like it's the one fatal mistake that has just ruined the trajectory. Keep in mind that your locks are very, very resilient. While there are many things that are going to cause damage to your locks, nothing is going to quote unquote ruin your lock journey. I've shown you guys countless examples, including myself, of people who have ruined their locks and have stuck it through to the end. If you've been following my journey for a long time, you know that I came to a point where I felt like my lock journey was going to end because of a dye job that I had done. The Odell blonde story that we've all hopefully heard by now, right?
I ain't never had the Odell blonde before, cuz. Let me get the Odell blonde.
Boy, was that a mistake. That was a point in time where I felt like there was really nothing that I could do to change how I felt about my locks. I just felt that they were ruined and there was nothing that I could do. How I overcame that was taking it a day at a time. For a long time, you guys, I woke up and I did not like what my locks looked like. It got to a point where I just had to have faith in the process, faith that my locks were going to turn for the better, and really I had to just accept it for what it is. I'm a man who believes in God faithfully, and one of the things that I've learned in my walk with God is the power of a testimony.
Going to church? And we're going to pray for these niggas. Have mercy, Jesus. Forgive me, Lord.
And when you think about your lock journey, think about the power in your testimony. Your locks themselves are resilient. If you continue to, have faith that your locks are gonna yield a positive result and you continue to do those right things, even if you made that one mistake, you will bounce back. If you pay attention to a lot of those old school Rastafarians and even some of those freeform lockers, you can learn through those individuals how to really derive your sense of satisfaction from just enjoying the journey. Rather than relying on control, allow yourself to relinquish some of that control so you can just enjoy that process. You make mistakes all throughout your life. Are you trying to throw yourself away? Are you trying to give up on yourself? Are you gonna give up on your dreams because you maybe made a mistake? No, you're gonna continue to stay resilient, you're gonna continue to bounce back, and you're gonna see it through to the end. And I implore you guys, do that for your locks. One mistake is not going to ruin it. All right, that is thing number three, you guys. Obviously, this is human nature, so I cannot tell you guys to stop doing this. This is just the nature of the beast. Comparison. Y'all, comparison is truly the thief of joy. All of us are scrolling online, or maybe we're on Instagram, and we're comparing ourselves in almost every single facet of ourselves to other people. This is a very dangerous practice when you're talking about your locks. And I know, as a person with a lock page, I see comments all the time, you know, I want locks just like yours. How do I get my locks like his? How do I get my locks like hers? You want to try to stray away from that thinking as best as you possibly can. Your uniqueness is something that should be cherished and valued in and of itself. You're not going to be able to encapsulate what you see in someone else's locks and completely replicate that with your unique hair situation. Genetics are different, hair textures are different, methods are different, your parts may be different. It's not something that's feasible in most cases. You really want to get to that space where you can appreciate other lock journeys without feeling like you need to down yours. Anytime you see people that's got 4 to 5 to 6 to 10 year lock journeys, oftentimes these individuals have a true acceptance for what their locks look like because they know what they've invested into this journey. They've arrived at their final form and they're well beyond the need to look at the other person or look at someone else and go, wow, I wish I could have those locks. It'd be nonsensical to some of those individuals, right? Bottom line, you guys, when it comes to comparison, know that it is truly the thief of joy. Rather than looking at other people's locks and finding that urge to say, man, I wish, just get into a better habit of being able to compliment other people without having to down yourself. That would be my bottom line for you guys for this thing. Thing number 4, you guys, is expectations. Now, expectations, honestly, it has an interconnectivity with everything on this list. How you mitigate for your expectations is to make sure that you do research prior to your lock journey. I advise everyone who has a specific lock look that they want to do the research to identify how they can best replicate or get to that desired look. You do not want to start a lock journey wanting square parts and end up with crescent parts, or wanting thick locks and then end up with thin locks, right? You want to make sure that you can manage those expectations by doing the research first. With other things like the ugly phase, quote unquote, or how long your hair is going to be at the 1 year mark, or how long it's going to take for your hair to lock, you got to understand that these variables are not going to be in your control oftentimes. My best advice overall, keep a very malleable sense of what your expectations are outside of the things that you can actually control for. Nothing worse than going through something and hating it throughout the entire way. I don't want that to be you guys. I don't want that to be your journey or your experience. So when it comes to those expectations, again, bottom line, make sure you manage them accordingly. All right, that's thing number 4. You guys, in ending this list, I hope that this helps you all out. I just want to reiterate as a recap, we just covered that you do not want to allow the ugly phase to hinder you from getting to that end destination. The ugly phase is not truly ugly. We always understand that right before you hit peak altitude, you are going to meet some turbulence. That ugly phase is just merely the turbulence before you're here to hit your peak for your journey. It's not an ugly phase, it is just you going through that evolution. Secondly, comparison is the thief of joy. You do not want to consider other people's grass as greener than yours when you can just tend to your own. If you water your own grass, you will have something that you are proud of in the end. Thirdly, you want to make sure that you manage those expectations. Your expectations need to be malleable. They need to be ever changing and willing to adapt to some of the variables that you can control and maybe the ones that you can't control. You want to make sure that those expectations are reasonable so that you can see your journey through to the end. Lastly, you guys, do not consider one mistake being the end all be all of your journey. Understand that your locks are only going to be as resilient as you are. One mistake, two mistakes, three mistakes are not going to make an end to your journey. Okay, so stick it through, y'all. You got this, and I'm here to help you if you need me. All right, as always, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, leave them in the comment section below. I hope this video has helped. It's been tplocks signing out.
tplocks fam, what is going on? You already know it's your boy Backpack Beatz. If you like the music on my homie TP's channel, definitely come over to my channel. I got more of these. I'm making beats every week. I'm also DJing every week for the No More Free Beat Show. So definitely make sure you stay tuned in. Got a lot of stuff popping. I appreciate everybody who's been coming from TP's channel as well. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, so I really appreciate y'all for coming through, showing love. It's nothing but a community over here for real. We got the dope vibes. So definitely stay tuned to what we doing on TP's channel. Make sure you stay tuned to what I'm doing on my channel also. And it's gonna be fire, man. Dope beats, dope music, dope vibes. Appreciate y'all.